Yo, what is up, guys? Shinobi here, back again with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a reaction video. I saw this on my main feed, and I was like, why not take a look at it? This is I hope I'm saying this right, Nanius. I hope I'm not butchering that. But we're talking about today why Twitch is dying and why it is their own fault. I'm gonna be real. Twitch has been getting cooked for the last couple of years at this point. Like it's at a point right now where it's not really gaining people, but it's not dying either. But well, I can't say it ain't dying either because actually it's losing viewership. It's got a problem where right now there, especially with the TOS, it's especially with the TOS, especially considering I'm a VTuber. If we're talking about the VTuber space specifically, they be doing some crazy stuff, man. Like banning VTubers for some really dumb stuff. But then you have somebody doing the same thing IRL and they don't get banned. And then obviously you got Hassan and his whole entire nonsense and all the people streaming terrorist propaganda and all the other crap. So it's like, and that's just like a few of the things. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, like them just not properly enforcing the TOS properly for everybody, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but the point is the platform has been going downhill for a while, and honestly, for anybody who's trying to become a YouTuber, streamer, whatever it may be, this is why you never put all your eggs in one basket. This is why, especially right now, I don't think you guys have noticed, or you guys probably have at this point, but that's why you multi-stream, bro. If you haven't been doing it before, it is basically the meta now. Like that's why you have people like Asmongold and whatnot, or Tectone, or shit. I'm pretty sure even like Nicholas TV, the dude who reacts to anime and whatnot, he does it. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people who've been doing it. I've been doing it myself for a while. I've been multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch this whole entire time, and I'm thinking about paying for the extra service so I can stream on Kick at the same time, and I even stream on TikTok as well. So it's like never put all your eggs in one basket. Always have a backup plan because you never know when these platforms will decide to go crazy on you or whatnot. So it is what it is right now. YouTube and Kick are kind of looking like the ones to stream on right now. Twitch also, at least for the time being. I mean, if you have a viewership over there, go ahead and do so. But otherwise, I don't know if streaming there right now at the moment, especially with all the controversy that they're in, is a good idea. But hey, it is what it is. I just had to add that little yap in there, just to kind of give you some context to what's going on right now. And I'm pretty sure this video is also going to do something. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on
the
here.
downfall of Twitch. So, once upon a time, though it may seem like a long time ago, Twitch was the name in streaming. The gold standard, so to speak. And that's just clearly no longer the case. There's a lot of reasons for that, and there's just far too many to unpack.
Yeah, like if you just take a look at this and also take a look at Kick in general, like I'm pretty sure recently, I think they does like a news thing report on Kick, and I'm pretty sure right now, Kick is like, as far as the user base that is streaming on there, has gained about like what 25% of what Twitch has been doing. Like it's actually going crazy right now versus Twitch, where you know right now it's not doing so hot, man. It's not doing so hot, and once again, with all the controversy that it's in right now, it ain't looking too good. Which is crazy because me personally, I didn't think Kick would do too well, especially considering all the controversies they had, especially when they first started doing their thing. But as of recent, it looks like they're gaining a lot more people, so we'll see.
In a lot of ways, Twitch's downfall feels like the death by 1,000 cuts.
Oh yeah, and yeah, TikTok's kicking their ass. TikTok has been kicking their ass because the thing with the difference between TikTok and with Twitch is the way their algorithms work is with Twitch. It's like if you don't have a huge following or if you don't have a lot of people watching your stream, you're probably not gonna get noticed. Like the discoverability on Twitch is pretty much non-existent. It's why a lot of people, advise that you make a YouTube channel before you make a Twitch, so that when you do decide to make a Twitch, then you can have your viewers go over to Twitch whenever they're streaming, whatnot. But in this case, it's like one of those things where, TikTok right now, it's just that way the algorithm works, how easy it is to blow up on there, how easy it is to get views. Like you can get 200 to 1,000 views easy on there. If you really blow up, you can get like 1,000,000. It's like the way it's easier to get exposed on TikTok, like in a good fashion for your channel, than it is to get on Twitch. Like if you just start streaming on Twitch, don't got a YouTube, don't got a TikTok, and then you try and gain viewership. I mean, not saying it's impossible because it could happen, but 9 times out of 10, you're probably not gonna get viewed at all because they're freaking. The way it works is like whoever's got the most views is gonna be at the top of the list, and if you ain't probably in the first top 2 rows, then you're probably never getting seen unless the category you're streaming in is just really niche. So that's kind of how it is versus like something like YouTube or TikTok where the algorithm just kind of throws you all over the place. Where once as far as like viewership, it's not one of those things where you have to have the most viewers. It kind of just shows you what everyone to show. So yeah, no big surprise that TikTok and YouTube are kicking ass right now.
A slow bleed caused by a multitude of bad decisions, unclear terms of service, blatant favoritism, and a
Oh
failure to
yeah,
keep up with what creators and viewers truly want. Other platforms have been stepping it up with better pay and visibility, while Twitch continues to stumble.
yeah. I forgot what it is for the pay with YouTube. Um, but I do know with I do know. I don't know what it is for TikTok either, but I do know that with Kick, it's like what you get 95% of your profits, and Kick gets only 5% of the profits. Like I'm pretty sure out of all the ones, if we're talking for payment, I think Kick right now is the best one.
So it's no wonder Twitch is struggling to stay afloat. The real question is, how much longer can they keep this up? Are they headed for
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I give Twitch maybe another 5, 10 years, and that's if they're lucky. Because the way that's looking right now, they might not even last that long. Like, I don't think that they're gonna just die out eventually. Their household name. I don't think they're just gonna die out the blue. But once again, like she said in the beginning of the video, it's death by 1,000 cuts. As more and more controversies keep piling up on Twitch, it's like it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse, man. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse, and everything I mentioned before with like the TOS not being applied fairly to everybody else, the way the viewership works and how it's pretty much impossible to get discovered on there, which is why you have a lot of people on there, bot farming where they have a lot of bots in their chat, so that looks like their chat is active, where it looks like they have a lot of numbers, so that they push towards the top. There's a lot of that going on there, and then on top of that, you know, all the controversy they be getting themselves into, it's not looking good. Not to mention, on top of it, the way that their ads work too. Their ads, the way that they work is terrible, and that it's really bad.
a crash? Will Daddy Bezos just eventually pull the plug? Or
Yeah, I
can Twitch
mean,
somehow
he might. I would not be surprised if Jeff Bezos just decides, especially with all the controversy that Twitch has been causing. I wouldn't be surprised if he just decides to pull the plug. Cause let's be real, Twitch, they're losing money using it, or whenever they use it, they're losing money using Twitch. Like Amazon and all that, like they're losing money off of it. They're not gaining any money from Twitch. So I wouldn't be surprised if they see it's bad enough that Jeff Bezos just decides to pull the plug.
turn this around? Recently, Osmond Gold announced he'd be multi-streaming to Kick, a huge shift after years of loyalty. And honestly, can you blame him? Twitch's platform is an absolute mess, and it's pushing some of their biggest names away. Twitch is also known for handing out bans pretty unfairly. Take what just happened with Lucy Pyre, for
I'm
example.
about to say, yeah, now VTubers basically are hated on Twitch, which is crazy because a lot of the biggest creators on Twitch are VTubers, which is crazy how they be getting absolutely treated unfairly on there. It's crazy.
Lucy's model is definitely stylized. Yes, there's cleavage, there's emphasis on
Let's be real. This is tame compared to the freaking IRL streamers. I'm gonna be real. I would say that this is crazy, but I've seen worse. Like, I have quite literally seen worse. Like, anybody else remember that whole period of time called where they had that creative nudity nonsense, and then all of a sudden it was like every freaking female on there was just showing their cheeks for the world to see and calling it creative nudity or whatever the frick it was, artistic nudity, I think that's what they called it. It was absolutely insanity. And even then, like if you just go on the platform, majority of the female streamers on there, I'm not gonna say all of them, but majority of them is just OF creators. It's just a bunch of OnlyFans creators. Their whole entire thing is basically to get a bunch of young men, because these men primarily are on Twitch, to go and basically watch them do pretty much nothing and then try and get them to sub to their OnlyFans. That's pretty much the majority of it. No shame, but that's just how it is.
Curves, and it's clearly sexy. But let's not pretend that this is some extreme outlier
Yeah,
on the
it's not.
site.
I
There's
could
plenty
probably
of
pull
other
up Twitch
creators,
right now and
real
find something
people,
like this right
doing
off rip.
way more suggestive stuff on
And
the
it wouldn't be a
platform.
VTuber either. It'd
And Twitch
be
still
some
proudly
IRL
hosts
shit.
their infamous category, pools, hot tubs, and beaches. The category they literally made rather than cracking down on the sexual content that was running rampant on their site.
Yeah. And for anybody who's not in the know, the reason why this was made is because these OF girls, basically, their main appeal, obviously, is showing off their body in any shape, form, or fashion that they could. So they literally, like, it got so bad to the point, like, where they had to make this instead of getting rid of the whole entire thing just so they can keep those creators on there. They literally made this whole entire section where basically the way it works is as long as you have something like a pool in your background, like you don't even got to be in a pool. As long as you got to have like a pool in your background or something that looks like a pool or maybe like a inflatable in the background, as long as you have that kind of thing there, you're good to go. So what the strat is for a lot of girls on there is basically, oh, I'm just going to have a pool somewhere or at least some sort of pool sitting in the back while I'm basically half naked on stream so that I can get people to sub to my OnlyFans and whatnot. That's basically it in a nutshell.
As many are aware, the category is rife with creators streaming in bikinis or lingerie or straddling pool toys.
Like, if you really want to go there, it's basically softcore. It's literally softcore. It's literally softcore corn, basically in a nutshell. That's it. That's it. That's pretty much it.
Is sitting suggestively in inflatable tubs or doing yoga, but the camera is centered on their half naked ass for some reason. Not only is it allowed, it's monetized, sponsored, promoted, and often partnered. You can be half naked, bounce around for subs, lick microphones, and everything's fine.
Oh
But a
God,
VTuber with
don't get me started on the ASMR category. A lot of that is just more the same, man. More the same, bro. That's literally the ASMR category in a nutshell.
a thigh gap and a little cleavage, suddenly that's a violation of Twitch's sacred community guidelines.
Yeah. Like with VTubers, is like for some reason you can have IRL girls showing their whole ass on a camera. Like, I'm not even lying about that. But you have a VTuber show off some thighs, just thighs, nothing crazy, and all of a sudden they get banned. Wild work.
Lucy Pyre isn't some tiny creator flying under the radar either. I might have just learnt about her today, and maybe you did too, but she's got 167,000 followers on Twitch. She's pulling numbers and she's clearly making them money. So this isn't just bad moderation, it's Twitch literally shooting itself in the foot.
Yeah, but you know they got Hassan who streams terrorist propaganda, so it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. You know, you can't show off your thighs, but you can be an OF creator showing off your ass, or you could be Hassan, literally promoting terrorism, and it's all good over there. It's just so stupid.
You've got someone building a platform, bringing in viewers, creating the content that keeps your site alive, and adhering to your own goofy rules. She made sure to go live in pools and hot tubs, and instead of supporting her, you slap her with a ban. At the same time, you support buttholes and
Yeah, quite literally, this is Twitch in a nutshell. Like, if you go to the pools and hot tubs category, or hell, go to the just chatting category, this is basically a majority of it right here. This is basically the majority of it right here. Like, if you cut out this whole portion right here and just leave up this, what do you think this is? Twitch, or do you think that this is like, I don't know, a freaking a chat site? Like, it's that bad.
as Gundam once so eloquently put it. Really? To be clear, I'm not blaming the hot tub streamers. Get your money. If Twitch allows it, then of course there's going to be people who take advantage of that.
Oh yeah,
but the double standard
the
is
double
wild,
standard is crazy.
because what Twitch is saying is sexy is okay unless it's anime. Animated thighs, offensive, banned. Real life ass in a thong, partnered. Make it make sense.
It doesn't
Recently,
make sense.
some streamers have gone live to tens of thousands of viewers saying controversial stuff that
Yep.
often skirts the line or
The terrorist supporter himself, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Like, it's actually insane, bro. It's actually insane. And once again, it's just gonna take like once again, I think that Twitch has got probably 5 to 10 years left if it keeps going down this path. But all it's gonna take really, on be real, is for somebody like Hassan to say something really stupid. I mean, he's already said some pretty stupid stuff out there already, but it's all it's gonna take is one thing, and then the whole platform is gonna get cooked. Because we already know Dan Clancy loves this dude. The dude literally gave this man a whole birthday party. He said it himself. He loves this dude. He loves this dude, bro. Like, he will kiss his ass for all he cares, bro. Like, it's crazy out there.
Just flat out breaks Twitch's own rules, calling out entire groups of people, saying things like they deserve it in regards to violent acts, or just stoking division in already tense situations. And Twitch doesn't even blink. Sure, it's not just one creator, there's other commentators that are doing the same, insulting people, encouraging dogpiling, making inflammatory remarks, and most of this just gets a free pass because it's debate, news, or commentary. But where's the same leniency when it comes to VTubers? Why is it that a real human can say some wild aggressive shit and be fine or run around half naked, but a digital anime girl's hips are treated like a national security threat?
And that's the thing. See, here's the problem. If you're gonna ban one thing, ban it all. That's how I see it. And that's, once again, why this platform is dying. The TOS is so discriminatory on who it decides to ban and who it does not decide to ban, or the people in charge of it. And that's why people are pissed. Is because you can't have, once again, in this scenario, girls 1 minute talking about how they're running around half naked in the pools category, but then you want to ban the VTuber model who's just showing off some thighs. Or in the case of Hassan and his content, you can't have this dude out here running around basically streaming terrorist propaganda, but then you ban Tectone because he said that freaking Frogan is fat. Like what? Like either you ban one thing or you don't ban it all. Like it's either you ban it all or you like. It's like either you ban it all or you just let it all slide. Like that's how it's got to work. But once again, Twitch is biased towards who they want to ban and who they want to ban. They basically picked a side of who they want to ban and who they want to ban. And basically, at this point, if you ain't out there promoting terrorism, or if you're not a real life girl out there promoting your OnlyFans in the hot tubs category, showing off your pretty much whole ass, then you're cooked.
The inconsistencies creators face on what was once the largest streaming platform are so mind-boggling that just the thought of making Twitch your main streaming platform in 2025 feels exhausting. And that's exactly why Twitch is dying. Back in the mid-2010s to around 2021, Twitch was the king of live streaming,
Oh yeah,
racking up 1.8 trillion with a T.
that COVID buff in 2020, it buffed everything. Like if you became a YouTuber or a streamer, or if you were doing something like on TikTok during that point in time, and you knew what you were doing, man, the numbers that people would be pulling in were crazy. It was crazy the stuff that people were pulling in. And honestly, I kind of regret myself not becoming a YouTuber or a streamer back then, because I would have probably blown up based on the content I'm doing now, especially considering that my first game during that point in time that I was playing, I didn't stream it all the time though, but it was Genshin Impact. And we all know how that game was when like in 2020. Holy shit. If you're playing that game back when it was good, man, it was a hell of a time.
Minutes, watched in 2020 alone. But now, inconsistent bans, shady monetization practices, and poor management are pushing creators and their fans away. Every unfair ban doesn't just hurt creators, it pushes their audiences away too, bleeding Twitch's own community dry. Twitch protects many in real life streamers, but if you're a VTuber, for whatever reason, you're disposable. And that's not just unfair, it's stupid business. Twitch will bend over backwards to protect top creators who stir up drama or toe the line of hate speech, but will suspend someone because their anime model had curves. Although not the case here, while we're on the topic of how broken Twitch's ban system is, let's not forget bans on Twitch aren't always actually a terms of service violation. If you get mass reported, that can trigger a ban too.
That is
It
true.
doesn't matter if you broke any rules. If enough people click the report button fast enough,
That is true. Which is why when it comes to like certain topics or certain things, a lot of people, even though they'll want to criticize some things, it's like if they do not have a giant fan base that supports them compared to the person that they're criticizing, then it's like starting beef on Twitch. Like you have a lot of crazy people who will just go out of their way and just try and ban you by just reporting you a bunch of times. It's crazy. Really flawed system, honestly.
enough, you're done. And in today's internet culture, that's all it takes. Creators can launch cancel campaigns, rally their followers to spam report someone they don't like, and Twitch's system, it just folds. No real investigation, no explanation, and you're just gone for a few days, or worse. And the exploitable nature of the system doesn't just silence creators, it also makes Twitch a hostile place to build a career. These bans aren't harmless. For a lot of creators, streaming is their full-time gig. So when Twitch pulls the plug for a few days or more with no real explanation, or when there's clear hypocrisy, that's money lost, sponsors lost, audience lost. They're gonna start looking elsewhere.
I'm about to say they should look elsewhere. They should look elsewhere. Once again, me personally, if I was somebody who wanted to get into streaming right now, like if I was to start from zero, I would be streaming on Kick, not Twitch. Like straight up. The only reason I even dual stream to YouTube and Twitch at this point in time is because right now it's easier for me to make clips for freaking TikTok on Twitch. Because I don't think Kick has the stuff yet that I would normally use. At least, I don't know yet. I haven't streamed on Kick in a while. I streamed on it once when I played Honkai Star Rail, but that was pretty much it. But once Kick gets to a point where it's basically got everything that Twitch has, and I'm probably gonna end up ditching Twitch. Like, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I might just. It ain't even gonna be a might. I will probably end up ditching Twitch. Not entirely, but it's gonna be one of them things where if Twitch was to go away one day, I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't, especially considering I'm not making really any money off of that. Like, I'm part of the affiliate program, but I'm gonna be real. I probably ain't making. I'm probably making peanuts off of that damn thing. I'm not gonna lie. Especially considering that right now Twitch is going through an adpocalypse again because of Hassan specifically and all the extremist propaganda that's on that godforsaken site right now. Like there's so much of it that it's like a lot of advertisers are leaving the platform. It's another reason why Tectone, Asmongold, Nicholas Light, and a couple other streamers are now dual streaming or triple streaming, or some of them are just streaming to everywhere. Like they're on Twitch, they're on Kick, they're on X, they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're everywhere because they're realizing that the new meta is to multi-stream. Because why have your face in only one place when you can have it everywhere? Why put all your eggs in one basket when you could just have all your eggs everywhere? Which sounds crazy out of context, but you guys get the point. Like, the more that your face is out there, the better. So honestly, streaming on only one platform is kind of just a dumb idea anyways, especially considering that not any platform is just bound to stay up forever. I mean, shit. We've seen that happen. We've seen some platforms come and go before. Trust me, we've seen it. We've seen it.
Imagine a normal workplace like retail or food service, where you get suspended without pay for a few days because your shirt was untucked or your sleeves were too short. Meanwhile, your coworker shows up in full civilian clothes and talks trash to the customers and clocks in late, and nothing happens because the boss, for whatever reason, decides that they like them. That's what Twitch feels like right now. A place where rules don't mean anything. Twitch has no consistent policy, no clear standard, just blatant favoritism and
I mean, hey, just, straight up just become a terrorist supporter and Dan Clancy and his team will love you, bro. That's all you need to do. Just become a terrorist supporter. Say you love Hamas. Say you love, Hezbollah. And, say you hate Jews and you hate Israel and hell. Dan Clancy might just bring you up into Twitch HQ and actually send you a whole birthday present. Like, you never know.
broken algorithm. Personally, I think Twitch screwed up the moment they created the pools and hot tubs category. It should have never existed. If
Yeah.
Twitch actually cared about maintaining a consistent...
And keep in mind that Twitch is for 12-year-olds and up, by the way. 12-year-olds and up. So there are little children on this site. And let's be real, especially with the majority of the website being dudes, we all know what they're looking at, bro. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a bean. We all know what the hell they're in that pools and hot tops category for.
Fair platform, they'd acknowledge what everyone else already knows. Skirting age verification online is insanely easy, and let's be real, a lot of these streamers directly link to their OnlyFans or spicy content right in their bio, and sometimes even in the title of the stream itself. It's not subtle, it's suggestive content leading potential young viewers to the real thing, with Twitch acting like the billboard. This category exposes Twitch's own hypocrisies, and it makes it clear that they care about profit more than fairness.
Yep.
So yeah, I clearly have my feelings on the matter, but again, if that's going to be allowed, if dangerous rhetoric is going to be allowed, and if Twitch has made it clear through their actions or complete lack...
Like, you either allow it all or you don't allow it at all. That's how it's gotta be. That's how it's gotta be, man. But unfortunately, we live in a day and age where they like to pick favorites. That's why they're dying, and that's why other people are now leaving the platform. Or, like, some people, like, the way that Twitch is going right now is one of two things. Either people are deciding to multi-stream now, so they're not exclusively streaming on Twitch anymore, or they've just completely left the platform entirely. I know Nicholas Light did. He just completely left Twitch entirely and switched over to Kick. And that's a large audience. That he has a really large audience. That's a big chunk of his audience that's no longer on that platform. And as more and more creators start doing this, especially VTubers, because there's a lot of huge VTubers on that freaking platform, as more and more of them leave, Twitch is slowly, once again, it's death by 1,000 cuts, like she said in the beginning of the video. Twitch is slowly but surely dying out. It's just a matter of time.
Thereof, that money matters more than consistency, then they shouldn't be going after anime girls for having thick thighs. They shouldn't be allowing people to mass report and ban people. If you're going to be the Wild West of streaming, then just own it. If you're going to pretend to care about safety and standards, then actually enforce it.
And that's the thing, too. Nobody would mind if Twitch basically said that they didn't care about any of this. But the problem is that Twitch acts like they care about having rules, the TOS, and all this, but then doesn't enforce it at all, or enforces it really unfairly. It's either you have it it's either everybody can stream their ass cheeks and stream terrorist propaganda and say whatever they want on the platform, or nobody can. That's basically the way it should work. That's the way it should work, but it's not that way. Instead, it's like, okay, you can do this, but this person can't. You can do this, like, you can, stream terrorist propaganda, but if you call Frogan fat, then, oh, well, you're getting banned for a couple of days. Like, insanity, bro.
Enforce it evenly. Because right now, Twitch is just embarrassing itself. Twitch needs to be consistent if they want to continue to survive as a streaming platform. Fix the moderation, enforce clear rules, stop...
Quite literally, the only reason Twitch is still live is because it was the one platform that people streamed on for the longest time.
There might not be any good way to call this out to Twitch, as many have been complaining about similar things for many years, but what we can do is support creators and move to the platforms that respect them as necessary, because at this point, it doesn't seem like Twitch wants to change.
Nope, and it won't.
Although I might be biased on some points, I think we can all agree that Twitch's platform was built on creators, and if it keeps treating them like this, there won't be many left.
And and what people need to realize especially is that without creators, Twitch is nothing. Like, the consumer and the person making the content have a lot more power than what people give it for. Like, yeah, sure, Twitch is a big platform and it helps people out a lot when it comes to growing their platform, but it's not the only one out there anymore. Like, we have broken a monopoly with, obviously, YouTube having some good streaming, and then on top of that, Kick becoming basically the new Twitch as of right now, and slowly but surely, growing and starting to take Twitch's place. While on top of that, having pretty much everything that Twitch has, but better. Like, the ads, the monetization being 95 to the creator and 5 to the freaking actual company, which makes sense considering that the creator is the one having to do these 8-hour streams or whatever they got to do in order to bring content to their platform. That makes sense. And then who knows what else. And not to mention, they own up to the fact that there's certain, like, as far as I know, they own up to the fact that there are certain things that you can do on that platform that you can't do on others. But they ain't gonna say one person can do it, but then somebody else does the same exact thing, and then they get banned for it. That's how that works. But yeah, no, pretty solid video. I would have a lot more to say, but honestly, I feel like we went over everything. Twitch is dying, and unless they change their tune and actually, enforce their TOS to everybody fairly and do what they need to do to make their platform a good place to stream on, people will continue to either leave or multi-stream and not be exclusive no more. And eventually, if this keeps up, the platform might end up just dying outright. Like Jeff Bezos might turn his head and say, Twitch ain't looking too hot right now. Not to mention there's too much controversy with it. So let's just cut the whole thing down, bro. Just cut it all off. It can happen, man. It can happen. Never say never, man. You never know with the world we live in. Everything's always changing. Everything's always changing. But without further ado, that's pretty much gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed Shikai Shinobi. Let me know what you guys think about Twitch right now. You think it can be saved or you think it's cooked? I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.